Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Cruising Out of Sight. My brother and I recently went on a side-by-side cruise, first on Liberty of the Seas out of Newark, New Jersey, and then with a skip day in between, Oasis of the Seas out of Newark, New Jersey. Oasis went down to Port Canaveral and Nassau and Coco Cay on a 7 night, and we had a fantastic time. I took a bunch of video footage on this cruise, and I wanted to share it with you. Hopefully, this is helpful if you've never been on Oasis of the Seas before. It's kind of a confusing ship. So hopefully this video footage helps you kind of put the map together and figure out this massive, massive ship. I did have a little bit of a problem with some of the video. My lens fogged up a little bit. I think it was a little dirty. I taped some stuff at night. All things I learned from and will definitely use on my next cruise on Oasis of the Seas in March. I'd like to retake some of this footage and kind of piece together some cleaner cuts there. But hopefully you like it. Let's jump right into it. Hey, just a quick note before we jump right in. I forgot to mention in the intro, this video did end up to be an hour and a half long, so I did split it up into two 45-ish minute segments. So definitely stick around for the second half. I should be releasing that in 3 or 4 days. But let's enjoy the first half. It includes decks number 4, 5, and 6, which really are the main part of the ship. But the second half will be the Lido decks, the Windjammer, the upper decks. So enjoy.
We'll start the tour at deck 4 and work our way up. We're starting at the forwardmost elevators, walking between the forward elevator bank. And we're going to come up to the non-smoking casino first on the left. We'll pop in there until one of the dealers yells at us. We'll take a look at the tables and slot machines. There's a variety of slot machines in here, and then one pit full of table games, plus a cashier cage.
Oh, no video? Okay. No problem. Phone all day and they wouldn't know. Right.
Directly across from the non-smoking casino is the Blaze nightclub and comedy club. They feature comedy almost nightly in here, and then they use it sometimes late at night for the nightclub as well. You can see these paintings all around. The art gallery uses this area to feature paintings, and we'll see more of these as we go around Studio B. We'll pop into the Diamond Lounge real quick. This is special access only for Diamond and above loyalty members. In here is a little nice quiet place to chill. They got a coffee machine. They've got breakfast, light breakfast in the morning and appetizers in the afternoon. Sometimes you can find cookies in here. A nice little place to talk with other seasoned cruisers. There's also a Diamond concierge in here that can help with reservations for dining or shows or resolve minor issues. Popping out of the lounge and continuing aft, we're going to come up to Studio B, which is the ice skating rink on board.
There's some other motion ones, but that one I pointed out was the most impressive. Yeah.
Unfortunately, the doors were locked and closed, so I couldn't get any footage in here. Definitely check out one of those ice skating shows if you have the chance. They're absolutely amazing. You can walk around the ice skating rink on both the starboard and port sides. In this case, we'll head aft on the port side. Here you're going to see more of that art from the art gallery, as well as an art gallery sales desk if you're interested in one of the paintings or sculptures.
Bobbing like a cork. So as long as they have a giant space on each end.
I didn't get any footage of the casino since I got yelled at in the other one. I didn't want to take any when they were open, and I completely forgot to take some when they were closed. Just take it from me. Tons of slot machines, coin pushers, crane games, table games, a high stakes area, a really small bar in the center. These Oasis ships have a ridiculously undersized casino bar, but quite the assortment of games for your gambling pleasure. From there, we're going to do a little teleport, and we are now at deck 4 forward. So this is the theater, the first level. My brother and I are headed into a show, so figured I'd give you a little peek at the theater. Absolutely humongous theater. I don't think there's a bad seat in the house, although I do prefer the lower level. But saw some great shows in here.
I was up on the deck. I almost fell asleep when the sun for like 2 o'clock.
Awesome.
Yeah. Sure. I was like, "Where's my Crocs?"
Yeah, I don't know how I missed you.
I watched every single person. You definitely didn't walk past me.
You were on the starboard side.
I was right outside of cafeteria and jammer. One level. I was on the very top level side. I mean,
16.
couldn't have missed it. Yeah.
Because you were in the bathroom while I was in there, and I didn't come up.
If you look behind us and up, you'll see the massive balcony that's on deck 5. Complete with its own bar. The 4th level also has its own bar, and there's a spiral staircase that goes between the two. Seating levels, that is. My favorite seats are front row center, but I guess we'll have to settle for the second row this time, a little off to the side.
I got poked.
I stubbed my thigh pretty good.
Teleporting through the casino, we'll find ourselves at the main dining room, deck 4. We'll take a little peek over the railing here, and you can see deck 3 dining room below and deck 5 dining room above. We had some really good meals in here. I was very impressed with the food in the dining room on this cruise.
Oh, look at that. Double chocolate brownie.
That escargot was pretty good. I didn't think I'd like snails,
No, tell it. It's Azumi. Azumi's entrance.
Oh, the toilet's nice. Nice. Something to go?
No, I was just looking at Azumi.
Oh.
Curious about that.
Just outside of the main dining room, if you hop over to the port side of the ship, you'll find Azumi. Azumi is a sushi and hibachi restaurant. I highly recommend this one. This is definitely my favorite of the specialty restaurants on Royal Caribbean.
No, I'm just taking a little tour, yeah. Thank you, though.
I got a purple ducky on the floor over here.
There is. A rubber one? Oh, you put it there.
I took a picture from far.
From there, we can go upstairs to deck 5, and we can pop out onto the walking track.
Yeah.
The little crosshatch of the floor on the outside is big enough to hold most of the ducks.
Right.
So you only have to put it in the center.
Nice. Wheels on the bus. If I only remembered all the places I put them.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that's a problem. For sure.
There are some limited views to the ocean out here as well, so we'll take a look at those. We're heading aft. You need to walk counterclockwise on the walking track, otherwise people will get fairly angry at you. So almost immediately we come to a little viewing area, although it's not flush with the side of the ship, so you can't see very far to the forward or aft, so we'll walk down a little bit. 2.4 laps around this track equals 1 mile. It's a pretty darn big ship. I was trying to pass this lady, but the ship was moving pretty good, and her and I were both swaying side to side, making it a little more difficult.
Coming up on your right. None of us are.
All of this blocked off area on the right is lifeboat access. You can peer into the lifeboats from here. They're pretty big. They hold like 370 people each. These stairs on the right here, go up to the Aqua Show area or the Boardwalk neighborhood. And right after those stairs is probably some of the best viewing area on the ship. Great spot to sit in these loungers and watch the wake go out behind the ship when you're underway. If you look to the side, you can really get an idea of how angry the waves were. The captain said they were in the 15-foot range. The Oasis class ships are a very inside-centric class of ship, so you really need to enjoy these outside views while you can. They are very limited. We'll walk a little bit further aft to the very center aft of the ship. I didn't realize how poorly my camera took in darker scenes, or how dirty the lens was, or maybe a combination of the both. But I wanted to show the walking track. This is quite a bit later at night. This is the front half of the ship. So if we curve around the front, it's completely enclosed with no views whatsoever. And then at the very front of the ship is the entrance to the gym. The entrance to the gym is this door right on the right. And now as we're coming around this corner to the left, we're now going aft on the ship from the front. I just wanted to show another version of one of those outside viewing areas, this time on the port side of the ship forward. So we'll walk down just a little bit and then peer out of that little viewing area. And we'll walk just a little further down. There's another viewing area, about the same size, but this one actually sticks out quite a bit off the side of the ship, so you can get a better view forward and aft. This time we'll loop around the back of the ship again here on deck 5, but then go up the stairs into the Aqua Theater area on deck 6. Quite a good viewing area up here on the aft of the ship on deck 6. This is where my brother and I watched sail away from Cape Liberty. Good sized Aqua Theater. Definitely don't miss the Aqua Show. It is absolutely amazing, some of the stunts and tricks that they pull in there. Here on the starboard side of the ship, if you go up these stairs here, you'll find the rock climbing wall. We'll continue towards the center of the ship in the boardwalk area. If you look straight up, you'll see the Ultimate Abyss dry slides coming down at us. To the right is a kids' play area, complete with a double-decker bus. And just past that on the right is Johnny Rocket's Diner. Great place to catch free breakfast. Or a chili cheeseburger and fries for lunch or dinner. If you've never been to a Johnny Rocket's, the waiters come out on the every half hour or so and do a little dance for the customers. Just past Johnny Rockets on the right hand side is a candy shop. And straight ahead is the merry-go-round with all kinds of beautifully carved wooden animals that you can ride on. We'll pop into that candy store and take a peek. And just past the carousel, heading forward on the ship on the starboard side, is the doghouse with hot dogs, bratwurst, sausages. Really, really good with onions and sauerkraut. Really, really recommend the apple sausage. Fantastic. On the left are depictions of how they carve one of the horses for the merry-go-round. Pretty cool. We'll take another look at the other side of the boardwalk, but first we'll pop in on deck 6 aft. Once we get inside the ship, we'll walk between the aft elevator banks. And if we go to the right, we'll end up at the photo place. Here you can get prints of the photography that you've taken on board from the ship's photographers, or you can buy some camera accessories. You can look on these tablets and look at all of the photographs that the photographers have taken of you. Towards the end here is a really neat spot to look over and see the Royal Promenade area, especially if they're having an event such as a parade or something like that. The fountain down below is the underside of the Rising Tides bar, which we'll take a look at a little later. We'll head across to the port side of the ship where we'll find the schooner bar. This is a fantastic ship-themed or nautical-themed bar that has live piano music at night. You can even sit up along the piano. There's a bench that wraps all the way around the piano. You can pull up a chair and sing along with the piano player. Always a really good time. There's a decent sized bar off to the left, and then off to the right you've got more fantastic views of the Royal Promenade from up above. Off to my right you see this little viewfinder. These are hidden all over the ship. If you look inside, it's kind of like a viewfinder. There's a picture or a scene of some sort in each one of these. I don't know how many there are, but there must be at least 50 of them, I would guess, scattered all around the ship. One drawback of these fountains is they seem exceptionally loud to be next to a venue that has something like the piano player. When the piano player was playing and the fountain was going, it kind of clashed between those two. You'd think they would tone the fountain down a little bit during, some live performances. The schooner bar has an updated drink menu. I highly suggest the Toasted Marshmallow Manhattan. Really, really good. Another new good one is the Rum Old Fashioned. If you look to the right here, you'll see a really neat ship model, and off to the left is the piano. There's another ship model over here. Plenty of seating in this schooner bar. As we exit the schooner bar, the next cruise office is right here to the right. From there, we'll head back outside on deck 6, aft. There's an arcade out here on your right, complete with a Zoltar fortune-telling machine. Then next up on the right is Playmaker's Sports Bar. We'll duck in there and take a peek. You can either sit up here at the bar and have a drink or some really good sports bar type food like Parmesan fries or chicken wings, a really good chicken sandwich. I really like the food up here. It's extra charge. Or you can sit at one of many ample seating or table choices. Or a little further forward on the ship, there's some video games tucked here on the left, and then billiard tables, as well as a shuffleboard, mini shuffleboard table on the right. I was surprised to find that these video games were free play. Sometimes they have these same video games up in the arcade, and they're like $2 a play. So that was nice. They have Defender, Donkey Kong, and what's that last machine? Oh, Mario. Really nice sized venue.
Coaching ranks. He's certainly a great fit here in Eugene. Dan Lanning said he wanted somebody who was going to come in and be able to stick to Oregon's offensive identity, but also bring his own brand.
We'll pop back out of there, and now we're back on the center of the boardwalk area. Here is where the Ultimate Abyss dry slide ends. So here's where you would take your mat and put it back into the cart when you were done with the ride. I just realized we did these levels a little out of order, although it made sense to come up the stairs from 5 and take a look at the boardwalk area. We're going to pop back down on deck 5 and walk through the Royal Promenade area. We are still on the aft of the ship, but now we're on the starboard side of the ship, and we're walking up to the Bionic Bar on our right. This is a bar where you can order your drinks, and the two robots will mix and shake and deliver your drinks to you. Kind of neat. Along the starboard side of the ship, we have some additional shopping opportunities, jewelry store, some clothing, even a hairstylist. And then just past that on the right is Sorrento's Pizza. The pizza was especially good on this cruise. I had gone on a cruise in May and the pizza was not good, and I was afraid that they had changed the recipe or gone with a different supplier, but the pizza on this cruise was fantastic. The types of pizza they have available changes daily, although they always have cheese and pepperoni, but they change up the specialty pizzas daily. We'll head back out to the center of the Royal Promenade. That music you hear is a live jazz quartet. There's a little stage up above us on deck 6 where different bands will play. Pretty cool. You have more shopping in the center of the Royal Promenade. We'll duck into the logo shop here on the right. And we'll duck into Boleros, which is next up on the right. This is a Latin-themed bar that features live Latin music at night. Always lively in here. At night, that is. It's fairly subdued in here right now. Ahead of us here in the center is the Starbucks bar, where you can get your Starbucks coffees. We'll duck through the forward elevator banks and walk out into the balcony area of the Royal Theatre.
Can I just duck through for a tour? It's open, yeah? Okay.
Are you gonna go down or are you gonna come back over?
No, I'm gonna come back
To
out.
the right is a semicircular staircase down to the 4th level of the theater. And to the left is the main balcony area. I guess they have me barred in. I think they were getting ready for a practice or something. I wasn't really supposed to be in here, but they said it was okay if I took a quick tour.
Thanks.
We'll walk across to the port side elevators and then head aft back into the Royal Promenade. The first thing we'll come up to on the right, this is starboard forward on the Royal Promenade, is the karaoke bar. Popping back out of there, we have the Starbucks on our left. Some more shopping on our right. My camera takes a second to adjust to the brightness of this shop. Or maybe doesn't adjust at all. I think I need to actually step into the brightness for it to adjust. And then next on the right is Port Merchants, where you can buy liquor, cigarettes, and various personal items. And next on the right is the Globe and Atlas, which is a English themed pub. Really good live guitar music in here at night. The guitar performer on this cruise specifically was really good. He played a fantastic mix of old and new and put his own spin on it. He was really good. We enjoyed sitting in there and listening to him play while eating some Sorrento's pizza and enjoying a beer or two. Best bang for your buck in here is a Foster's. You get twice as much beer as in a normal can for only like $1 more. So fantastic, especially when you combine it with the half-off coupons you get for Diamond and above. Many of the bars like this on Royal Caribbean ships have very uncomfortable wooden chairs. This bar actually had some like upgraded wooden chairs, so that was nice to see, with a little extra padding on them. As we exit out of there, there's some additional shopping opportunity on the right, and then just after that on the right is Cafe Promenade, where you can get coffee, sandwiches, desserts, really good cookies, all kinds of things in Cafe Promenade at no extra charge. And then continuing aft, you have guest services. On the left is that Rising Tides bar. It's in the up position right now, but you can board the bar and it rises and falls on jack screws. The jack screws bring you all the way up to deck 8, which is the Central Park, and then all the way back down to deck 5, which we're on, Royal Promenade. And then last but not least, there's some jewelry shopping on the right here.
So there's the first half of Oasis of the Seas. Absolutely massive ship, tons and tons of features. I'll talk a little bit in the second half of this video, the second part that is, that'll be coming out in a few days, about the pros and cons, the things I liked, the things I didn't like. There were quite a few of each, given the massive scale of that ship. But definitely hit the notification bell on the subscribe if you haven't already. That'll notify you when the next video comes out in this series in a few days. And slap a like on there if you like this content. Lets me know that you like this and you want to see more of it, that I'm not wasting my time out here. So definitely look forward to seeing you guys for the second part of this series. Happy sailing.